Hello and welcome to the stream. Today we are doing Ultimate Decades Challenge and we are in the year 1345 and we have lots to do today. So we are going to be doing some birthdays. We have a very special birth to do today because our main household is due to be expecting a baby. So hopefully we're going to have us a boy. I really hope that we're going to have an heir. And we need to obviously get some people pregnant in today's stream. But on top of that, we want to take Hugh Arundel to meet a couple of new families that have moved into the area because we need to find him someone that he can love because he, as we know, is going to be getting married soon. So I'm hoping that he will find someone that he can match up with and we can get him in a relationship with one of these ladies and hopefully he will find someone that he wants to spend the rest of his life with. So we have lots to do in 1345. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the game and let's get started. I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm doing really good, and so we are just going to jump right in. We're going to do a little bit of a longer stream today so that we can get all the way through 1345 because I do find that usually when we are going through our time frame, we are kind of getting to where we are running out of time and we're not getting through the full year. And so I figured we'd go a little bit earlier in the stream today so that we can hopefully get through the full year. So let's go ahead and jump in and look at our spreadsheet and take a look at that. So for 1345, we need to try for a baby with Elise, and I have already done that, so hopefully they will be expecting. We also need to age up Bryce to a toddler, so we're going to go ahead and go into the Petechia family and do a roll for Bryce to see if he can age up to a toddler. Hopefully he's going to survive that roll. We also need to try for a baby this year for Hilda. And we're going to be seeing if Gregor can age up to a teen. And we have Cuthbert aging up to a toddler, hopefully. And Alda Meshram is going to be aging up to a young adult. Then we have, obviously, the baby being born in our main household. And we will see what else is coming down the pipe because I'm not really sure. So, and then we have Hugh who is going to be going and hopefully finding himself a match. So let's jump in first and do this roll for Bryce. Bryce can't roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. So let's give that a roll. He rolls an 8. So Bryce is immediately going to die. The dice are not being kind to us. Okay, so we are going to have to go in, age up little Bryce to a toddler, get a photo, and then go ahead and kill Bryce in the Petechia house, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and roll our wheel of death and see what it was that killed little Bryce. Leprosy, and unfortunately leprosy is contagious, so we do have to roll for the other members of the family to see who else possibly has caught that. So let's take a look at our site here and see who else could have caught it. So leprosy has a 20% chance of being caught by the other members of the home. So, as we know, we will toss a coin. Heads means they have to roll to see if they caught it. Tails means they don't. So, for there are 3 other people in the house. We have, obviously, Telero Petechia, so let's do heads or tails. He has to roll. Then we have Talia, she has to roll. Gee whiz. And we have his brother Simon, who also has to roll. Okay, we love that. Let's see. They can't roll a 3, 7, 11, or 12. So for Telero, he lives. For Talia, she lives. And for Simon, 13, was that a number? Nope, they all live. Okay, well that's good at least. But let's go ahead and go to our chart here and put in that Bryce is dying. Of leprosy. All right, and let's hop into the game and go ahead and get rid of little Bryce. All right, so here is Bryce. We're going to go ahead and hop into Cass, give him his makeover to a toddler, and then we will have to kill him. All right, he rolled inquisitive. Some really bright yellow hair he's got going on there. I'm probably going to change his hair to like that color. All right, there is our little Bryce. We'll take a photo for the tree and we will hop into the game and unfortunately have to kill him off. All right, Bryce. I'm sorry, buddy. Alright, somebody come up here and witness the death because your son literally just died. Like, where are you people? Are you not gonna, like, are you even concerned? No one is witnessing this death. He's just dying all by his lonesome. That's probably the saddest of all, is that he just died and there was no one around to witness it, and everyone's just like, oh, well, okay, just nonchalantly going on about their business. She's like, oh my gosh.
Oh. Grinoy.
They have one child left. They have little Simon, and that's it. Which is really unfortunate. Let's see when Bryce was born. Bryce was born in 1343.
No.
She's like, I'm losing so many children. And the thing is that she's not having any more children, so it's not like she can just replace them. Not that they can be replaced, but you know what I'm saying.
No.
Oh, it's pitiful. And Grimm is just like dragging this on like it's just any other day. Alright, let's go ahead and engrave this for 1343 to 1345. Alright, and we will put this in our inventory and go ahead and head over to the cemetery. And she's just talking to the Grimm now like it's just any other day. Why are you chatting with the Grimm? He's not your friend. He literally just took your son from you. She's like, well, I'm, just making friends because I don't want him to think he can come and take me next. Well, I don't think that's how that works. Clearly, you're in denial. Alright, so we are going to head over to the cemetery. We're going to put Bryce in his final resting place, and then we are going to go ahead and head over to our main household so that we can check in on our new loving couple, because as we know, she is expecting, and I do believe she's in her 3rd trimester, so we will want to check in on her. Alright, so let's go ahead and send her home, and then we will save and go to Manage Worlds, and we'll head over to our main household now, and we will check on Deja and see how she's doing, because she is probably, I would say, about to give birth, considering she is as far along as she is. I would be really shocked if she weren't about to have this baby. Alright, so we are here with our main house. Let's go ahead and check in on everyone and see how their needs are doing. Other than the fact that Gregor is uncomfortable because it would seem one of the children have on a stinky diaper, they seem to be doing okay. Deja is in her 3rd trimester and about to give birth at any time, which we love. It is Friday, 13:45 at 3:52 p.m. So let's go ahead and just get everyone to do a little bit around the farm here. I'm going to have her check on the chickens. So it looks like this coop needs to have the eggs gathered and the coop can be cleaned. So we'll have her do that. I did have them forage. We had done that in the last, probably the last video that you guys saw. So we've got things planted here. So our crops are now all good and hopefully we won't lose any more. Now we're just waiting for them to grow and we're waiting for harvest day, which will be tomorrow. So we'll have our harvest, and then once we have our harvest, we'll collect the harvest and we'll change the bloody blight zone. We'll roll and hopefully we'll get a better roll and we won't have a blight again, because honestly losing all of our crops to the blight is not ideal. I'm going to have Edward come out and just tend to the bees here. And why don't you come and tend to the bees as well, because he obviously can't do it all. Oh, and this tree needs to be planted. You're feeling a little bit hungry, so you should probably go down and see if there's any food down here. There's some eggs, so you can grab a serving of that. And you're feeling a little bit hungry as well. How are you? You're hungry too. Okay. Get yourself something to eat. Everyone's starting to get a little bit hungry, so we'll just get everyone to do their chores and then they can come grab themselves something to eat. We love it. So the little ones are just going to come on down the stairs. They'll grab themselves a plate and get themselves a bite to eat here. She's like, oh, everything smells so funky around here. What is the deal? But I don't think the children are dirty. I think they're actually pretty fine. So I don't know what it is that smells. Stinky diaper from being near a toddler. Oh dear, what does that smell? A toddler made that? Wow. Well, they're clean though.
Nurture Closenex.
But she smells the diaper too, so someone obviously has on a stinky diaper. Well, it's not him. Maybe it's Elias. We'll get her to change Elias's diaper. I'm pretty sure Elias is potty trained, so I don't know why he's using his diaper in the first place, but it is what it is. So they are just enjoying a little bit of each other's company while they eat here, which is fantastic. As we know, Edward doesn't have a whole lot of time left with us. He is scheduled to pass away in 1346, which is next year. So we don't have very much time left with him, and then he's going to be passing away, which is super sad. So we need to make the most of the time that he has left with us, and you know, just do as much bonding with him, letting the children spend as much time with him as possible. And so we will let him spend some time with the kids. Maybe they can play together and things like that, because he is not going to be around, and then they are going to be being raised by their big brother and his wife. And not that I don't think they'll mind, but it is going to be different for the children being raised by their siblings as opposed to their dad. I mean, already they've lost their mother, and now they're going to lose their father. Do I hear the sizzle of something broken? I don't hear anything broken. What's broken? Oh, we've gone into labor. That's it, the baby's getting born. Alright, so we need to take her upstairs and let her go ahead and have her baby. I was going to have her cook something, but we're having a baby. So that takes precedence, clearly. So we'll have her come upstairs. We will have this baby. Oh, look at John. He's like, oh my God, you're in labor. And she's like, I am. I'm having our baby. And he's like, oh my God. And she's like, it'll be okay, honey. It'll be okay. And he's like, what if you don't make it? And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, my stepmom, she died giving childbirth. And she's like, I'll be fine. He's like, you're so much more confident than I am. It's a boy. Okay. So we had a boy. I am going to name this baby. Let's name this baby. Let's name this baby after their grandfather. So let's name this baby Edward. Not Edward. Yeah, Edward. Alright, and let's see if the baby is going to live. So, let us give a roll for the baby. And for mom. So first we're going to roll for mom. She can't roll a 1. She rolls an 8, so she lives. Baby needs to roll an odd number plus 8, 10, or 20 to live. Oh. Baby dies. Oh no. That was not what I was hoping for. All right, we are in March. Baby is deceased. Seriously, what are the odds? I hate it. All right, well. Okay. Let us go ahead and take their baby from them.
Nubu! Yeftame, Nubu. Yeftame.
Their first baby, a baby boy even, and we have to take it away.
Flippin' Hebony.
Grenea?
Yeah, Yanaba.
Yafana?
Sometimes I just get so angry that I don't know what to do with myself. How can I deal with things when I can't even? Just do a workout. Okay, well, he is extremely sad over the loss of the baby, and obviously she is not much happier. We have lost our baby. And obviously the next day on Saturday we will try again for another one, but he is super sad. And I'm super sad. That was our firstborn. It was our heir. And we have lost our baby. So that sucks. I hate that. And it was Edward II. And yeah, not cool. I hate that. I really do. Let's go ahead and do a quick save of the game here. And then we will move on and yeah. I am so sad about the loss of little Edward II. Hi Tracy, how are you doing? And hi Higglety. We have lost our heir. I'm super sad. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're both well. This save is taking forever. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm going to get a last exception. Yep, I did. All right. We love that. Sorry you're late. No worries. Don't worry about that. That's fine. We have already had 2 deaths so far in the stream. We lost Bryce Petechia to leprosy. We had to kill little Bryce as a toddler. And hopefully Elise is expecting. And now Deja had her baby, but she has lost her baby. So we're going to try again tomorrow. She's feeling super energized, but like, you just lost a baby. Do you even care? She's like, I care, but there's nothing I can do about it. We'll just have to try again. These things happen. She's like, I'm just gonna keep working out and take my mind off of it. Okay, I guess if that's what you think. Why don't you go in here and repair this toilet? That'll give you something to do. It is 9:14 at night, so I am going to go ahead and get everyone to head themselves off to bed. They need to get themselves some rest. And in the morning, we will try again for another baby. In the morning also, we need to head over to the Petechia home and try for Full of Cold. How are you? I'm okay. I'm doing all right. I have a little bit of a scratchy throat, but other than that, I'm doing all right. It is 'tis the season, don't you know, for everything to kind of come out, like everyone to start getting colds and things like that. It is super cold here because it's fall, like, and yeah, October is the time where it starts getting really cold here, and by the time Halloween's here, we'll probably have snow. So, cold. But yeah. So, please go to bed. He's like, well, I've got to deal with Elias before I can head myself off to bed. Well, Elias needs to head himself to bed as well. So I don't know why you're dealing with Elias. Let me get Elias to go to bed. Why is my camera acting a fool? I have no idea. But let's get you to bed. You go to bed. Elias is going to bed. She is going to go to bed. Don't you deal with Elias either. You go to bed. Everyone, it is 10:17 at night. The only thing you need to be doing is going yourself to bed. Please, for the love of Pete, just go to sleep. Tomorrow, you're going to try again for another baby. He's like, I'm just so sad. I don't want to try again for another baby if I've just lost one. Yeah, you do, because we need an heir in this house. So, yeah, that's how that's going to go down. Yes, so tomorrow, though, we are going to be trying for a baby for Hilda Petechia and seeing if we can get that family pregnant and expecting. And Gregor is going to be rolling to see if he can age up to a teen. And hopefully that is a good roll and not a bad one, because so far, both of our rolls have been not good. Gregor's going through a phase. Well, we love that, don't we now? come grab yourself a serving of eggs, and then you can get yourself back to bed, Gregor, because it is late. Someone started some food and didn't finish it. I don't know what they were making, but it's probably chips and salsa, and it was probably Edward. Why? Because that's his go-to. That's all he ever cooks. A serving of chips and salsa. All right, so you're going to have these eggs, and then you're going to head off to bed. Everyone else seems to be doing okay as far as their hunger goes. Why are you so hungry in the middle of the night? That's not like you. Hurry up, eat your eggs, and go off to bed. You're just taking your time. I need to get a mod to make them eat faster. I don't know why they eat so slow. How fast or how slow does it take you, like, really? How long does it take to eat an egg? Nobody knows. All right, everyone is in bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. He finally got himself to bed. All right, we are on Saturday officially. It is Gregor's birthday. We love that. He's going to be aging up, hopefully, to a teen. We're going to find out if he's going to marry, when he's going to marry, and we are thrilled about that. Oh my gosh, John, you've desperately got to use the loo. Let's get you down to do that. Oh my gosh, so do you. What is with this family? Your needs are in shambles. All right, so she's going to go to the washroom. Both of them need to eat something. Oh my gosh. You would think, like, I can't clean this up for them? No. Okay. Well, we love that. All right, you can both grab yourselves a serving of eggs, and then we will obviously have you guys eat something and then try for that baby. It is officially harvest, and so we will need to get them to do the harvest, and then I'm going to roll and see if we can get a different thing than the blight season, or for our season, for the next season, because I didn't change it for summer because I forgot. And that's why we lost our entire crop. So I'm not going to forget this time, and we're going to totally change it. And hopefully we'll roll something other than blight, because we've had blight for, like, I don't know, 4 seasons in a row. And we just keep losing all of our crops. So I would really, really like for us to roll, like, great soil. I don't know. That would be fantastic if we could get lucky enough to do that. It probably won't happen, but... She's insecure from the baby blues. You don't have a baby. How can you have the baby blues? Get in here and eat an egg. She's like, there's no eggs to be had. Okay, well then you can make something, but you need to eat. And John, I guess since she's got to cook, you're going to have to wait. So you can come clean the shed and then clean the cow and do all that stuff while she's cooking and eating. He's like, okay, well, it's gonna take me an hour and a half to eat this egg. Okay, we love that. I'll be working lots of Halloween festivals. Oh, I bet you will, Tracy. I bet you will. Everyone in this house needs to go to the washroom, and everyone in this house is hungry. So we love that. So very much. Hurry up and finish this gruel so people can eat. He's like, when is the food going to be ready? That's not what he said. He asked about void critters, but we don't care about void critters. So we're going to say he's asking about the gruel, and she's like, it's done. Okay, it's done. It takes me a little bit longer to get the food ready. And he's like, why does it take you so long? And she's like, well, because I'm not an experienced cook. I'm new at learning how to do all these things. I never had to really do a whole lot of this stuff whenever I was at home because my mom did it. And now that I'm, the woman of the house, I have to do it. And so I'm just learning how to do all these kind of things, you know, taking care of a family, taking care of a husband. And I don't know, it just takes me a little while to take care of this stuff. And he's like, oh, that makes sense. And she's like, yeah. All right, so we are going to have him come in here and we are going to go mess around. And what is wrong with you? You need to eat something, so why don't you come in here and grab a serving of this? She just broke that. That's fantastic. We love that. Oh. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to repair this, Edward. He's so bored. Well, I can help you with that. I'm trying to help you with your boredom, but you are ignoring me, you know? I've told you twice to come up here and woohoo with her, and you're just like, oh, well, you know, is that negotiable? Not really. No, it's really not. You need to come up here and woohoo with her. I really need to change those green shoes. They very much clash with your blue dress. It's really bothering me. All right. Did you repair that? No. Could you repair that for me, please, Edward? Because it's flooding the kitchen. All right. So they are trying for a baby. We love that. Hopefully she'll get pregnant and we'll be able to have us a baby. And hopefully the second baby will live. What are the odds that our second baby will be a boy again? I don't know. Look at him trying to mop up this mess for his dad. He's such a good boy. All right, Gregor, it is time it is time for us to roll for you. We need to roll, and I don't want you to roll an 18. You rolled an 8. Okay, and are you going to marry and when? In 8 years. Okay. Very good. So we will put that down for you. All right. So look at you pitching a fit. Let us pause this and let me update the spreadsheet. So let's see. He is getting married in 8 years. And he is, going to be 18 for 28 days. So he also is going to marry after he is already aged up to a young adult. He's the second one that is going to be doing that, which is something. It's something. All right. Is that the right color? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we have updated the spreadsheet, and let's go ahead and age him up to a teen and give him his makeover. Where'd you go, bud? Let's go ahead and age you up to a teen.
Frambeer.
All right, he is an art lover and he is ever dull. It says, these Sims never get happy or optimistic. This will prevent the Sim from getting any happy or optimistic buffs and will make goals that require the emotions to be impossible to complete. He's never going to be happy? Like, that's not necessarily good. Okay. Well, let's do country caretaker for him. And I'm going to go into cast with him really quickly, and let's give him his makeover. Could you imagine never, ever being happy? Like...
Alfonso Kalu.
Ever? He has got a lot of people sending him gifts in the mail. Alright, let's give you your makeover. I think those eyebrows are fine. I kind of like your hair even. Maybe this hair. All right. Let's put you in your clothes. Stop it. All right. So you're going to be in blue. I don't exactly know what you're wearing right now, but that's fine. And these shoes. Okay. And for your cold weather, we'll put you back in this one. I don't know that that was the one you were in, but under the red. Okay. there is Gregor aged up as a teen. We've got his photo for the family tree. We freaking love it. And we are going to hop over to the Petechia house and see if we can get Hilda pregnant, which is going to be fantastic. Hopefully she will obviously get that way. Because we definitely want more babies happening in our story here. All right, so Gregor, we aged up. Hilda, we're trying for a baby. And then we tried for a baby for our main household. And if we don't find out that we are pregnant, then we'll try again tomorrow with our main household. And then I want to take Hugh, and we're going to go and see about our new families that we've moved in and see if we can find him a love interest, which is going to be super fun. Be back in a minute. Just putting a bucket of water on my letterboxes. Kids usually put fireworks through my letterbox. Are you serious? No worries, Tracy. You do what you have to do. All right, so we are here in the Petechia house. We are going to get Angelo and Hilda to try for a baby. He's feeling very sad from losing someone close. Okay, he's kind of sad, so we'll get her to try and woohoo with him since she's not feeling so upset. Look at little Emery just laying here in the floor being a cutie patootie. Like, he is super precious. We love it. She's just going to come to him and she's going to be like, I would really, really like for us to try for another little one. And he's like, really? And she's like, yeah, I want more kids. And he's like, okay, we can go do that. And she's like, I know you're feeling really sad right now, but, you know, there's no time like the present. And we really need to, you know, take advantage of this time while we can. So they're going to go. They're going to try for another baby. And hopefully we can get them pregnant. I've tried to take her out of school like 50 million times and won't let me, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But we are trying for that baby. Hopefully she will get pregnant here.
So be full.
Alright, no protection was used. We love that. Hopefully she's pregnant. We are going to go ahead and head over to the Arundel family with Ernie and Hugh. And we're going to play with them for a little while because, as we know, Hugh is getting married soon, hopefully. He has to find someone, though, that piques his interest. And he recently heard that a couple new families had moved into the area, and he was like, oh, new prospects. Well, maybe I should go meet them. So he wants to go and meet the new people that have moved into town, and they live in Hinford-on-Bagley as well. So he's going to go and he is going to try to meet the new people that have moved into town, and hopefully someone in the family will pique his interest. Some of the girls that live in the family, he's hoping that he will get on with them. So we're going to take him over there and let him meet them. And maybe they will strike up a conversation and hopefully something will come of it. And if so, he will be able to find himself a little bit of a love match, and he will be able to find his future wife. That is the goal here. Because as we know, he does need to marry in 1347, and that is not very far away. You're back. Welcome back. So as we know, this here is Hugh. So we're just going to take Hugh over and we're going to let him go and meet the ladies. So we'll take them both. We'll take Hugh and Ernie both because as we know, they probably would need an escort to go with them. So we'll take both of the guys together. What the hell is Allura wearing? That is not time period appropriate, Allura. You are not dressed for the occasion. All right. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not. So we have the Augustin family. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I have an accent and this is how it works out. And the Saunders family. I don't know who I should visit first. What do you think? Who do you want to see first? The Saunders family or the Augustin family? How do you pronounce that? Augustin. Which family would you like to see first? This one has a brunette and a redhead daughter, and these are two blonde-headed daughters. Augustine half the time. Yeah. Let's go to the Augustine family first and see how they get on. All right, so we have arrived here and we are just going to go ahead and meet everybody. We'll have Hugh introduce himself to the father, and why is it just that it tells me to do a rude introduction? I don't want to do a rude introduction. Where's the wife? She's not out here? Okay, well, that's fine. And then I'm going to have him go ahead and do a respectful introduction, and we will also let him do a friendly introduction to the son, and we can do a friendly introduction to this daughter as well. Everyone's burning up. I love that. Hopefully no one dies. I hope you guys can change your clothes if you're hot.
Dag. Ooh.
Or at the very least, we can go inside and chat. Okay, very good. We'll go inside and chat. Here, I'll knock on the door. Go knock on the door, and we'll go inside. So I downloaded this house from the gallery for them. I think it's perfect for them. Except for this little couch out here. I didn't notice that. I need to delete that. But this house is, I think, for a blacksmith. Maybe. I can't remember. Or maybe it was the other family that was the blacksmith family. No, this one is, I think. Why are you in here and not talking to them? Go back out. Where did they go? Okay, come talk. They went back outside. Come give her a friendly introduction. He's having himself an erratic moment. Hugh is a little erratic, okay? So he's having himself a little bit of an erratic moment. which we love. And he likes fitness. Okay, that's great. Go ahead and continue to chat.
Sula,
Toads.
Sula.
He's like, oh, hello, how are you?
Dag, dag.
Kalidna.
Uh-huh.
Rack. Washanoi Lonkas. Punarave.
And let's see what he thinks about these
So-
girls.
Ooh.
So let's find out about
Hospital?
Bridget. He perceives her as basic looking. Well, that's just rude.
Yes.
Breshna.
And he thinks Bronwyn is very attractive. Okay.
I don't have exercise.
So far he really likes
Lower
Bronwyn.
face.
Yeah, but-
Rosha.
Nice looking lot. It's really pretty. Lucian is a blacksmith in my world, but this is a much nicer house.
Igor.
Yeah.
Fills and Chiche. Limna.
Nurska.
Babesol.
Okay, he really likes Bronwyn. He thinks she's very attractive. So let's go over there and have him chat with her a little bit. Ask her to cloud gaze.
Smurg zukinik safoim. Lampima.
And Flora.
Yo.
He learned that,
what?
that Bridget likes fitness. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Why is she so tense?
Yep.
Ugh.
She's talking with her dad and she's like really
Skimba shows
having a
him.
moment.
Why make us a bro?
He wants to kiss Bronwyn.
That's
That's
a
funny.
Bruno. Sam's a queen.
Yep.
Plimba Brastu?
So shinazi.
Boy beam.
He's like, do you maybe want to cloud gaze with me?
Kalidna. Rack.
Look at Bronwyn's
Yeah,
looking at him
phenomenal.
like,
Yeah,
I
nice.
don't know if I want to do that or not.
Pliff the bay. Beta Pliff.
So he's just trying to get a little bit of a friendship with her. She did not want to cloud gaze with him for very long there, did she? He's going to try to flirt with her. He's like, why is this girl playing such hard to get? Like, I think she is so pretty, and all I want to do is get to know her, and I can't get her to stay and hang around for longer than 3 seconds. Like, what is the deal with her? Do you like fishing? Like, what is it about you? Can you tell me anything about you? What are your hobbies and skills?
Shippy
Maybe hit a bird.
Do you want to maybe talk about your dreams? Surely there's something that you have on your mind that you'd like to talk about.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
say be bully.
Sunap Penosa. With Embal.
Step the
Ushi.
Mesa.
Darnoi. Dabawis Farbo Waname. Ilak.
He's going to try to flirt with her a little bit.
Ha
Saba.
Although it might be a little, she likes violin. Okay. So she likes music.
Ruthe. Galarga. Snoochie.
He's going to try to flirt with her, but like it's in front of her brother, so I don't know if that'll be received well or not.
Dag dag.
Okay.
Fuma Kimba.
He's like, here, have some flowers. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, that gave some romance.
Uh-huh.
Yumba hey, Yumbala.
He's like, I'm burning up, Dad. It's so hot outside.
Taneka. Jarby. So.
Barobe. Chabe.
What's she holding in her hand? It's invisible.
Uh-huh.
Shmizo.
Romantic interest, it's too early to tell, but there could definitely be something there. He learned that she likes the violin. So far that's all we've figured out about her, other than the fact that he finds her very attractive.
Rev Sig.
He's going to try to do a little bit of a romantic sing to her.
Kazune. Kazuna. Dana. Suna.
He's like, do you like to be serenaded? Because I could totally serenade you.
So.
Tena fish.
Susu.
Dag dag.
Fazoob. Fazoob unga?
Darsafrong. Brinka. Kimba. Pinner. Obleash.
Ha.
Afa. Arogaba. Kissup. Lenard.
Oh.
Shoshagaribix.
I want to know what she thinks of him. Let me see if I can control her for a minute.
Ooh.
All right, she thinks nothing about him. She does not find him incredibly attractive. Look at their little sheep. I wonder if maybe we should go and try to... He's like, I'm really hungry. Do you have anything lying around that I could eat? Or maybe I could like cook something? Will you find that really offensive if I cook something in your house? I'm thinking they probably will, but I mean, you could go ahead and try it. Probably gonna kick you out. He's like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and try to cook anyway. I'm feeling real hungry. Maybe they won't mind. Or maybe they'll be like, that is absolutely inappropriate, and they'll ask you to leave. Does she still have the preteen trait? No. I don't have the preteen mod in my game any longer.
Leffy him spa. Shajuka. Hurrah. Shapula Zamfis.
That is inappropriate. Please stop.
Both
Both of them want you to stop cooking, please.
Azoo.
They're like, really, really, really wish you would stop cooking. And he's like, well, could one of you maybe finish it? Because I'm quite hungry. She's like, absolutely stop right now. And he's like, oh, fine. All right, we're going to have to send them home because he's really hungry. Look, Dad's like, I'll cook something. You don't have to cook. And he's like, no, it's fine. We'll leave. We'll go home. So we're going to send our family home so they can go and eat and things like that. Because he is really feeling hungry. He did get a little bit of romance up with Bronwyn, and he is like, okay, she's a nice girl. She's really attractive. I'm really digging it. I really, really like her. That being said, I haven't met the other ladies. I still want to meet them, see if there's anything there. But I've got to get something to eat. I really need to use the washroom. So they're going to go home. They're going to go do the things they need to do for their needs at the house. And then he'll probably go over to the other house and meet the other girls. And we'll see how he feels about them. And then we'll make a determining factor based on how they get on, what we need to do. Go to the washroom and then you can get yourself something to eat. Dad, you need to get yourself something to eat too. Okay, let's do it. All right, so Dad's going to resume the mashed potatoes and gravy while he goes to the washroom. Who are you and why are you at our house? He's like, I am so charming. I know that I wooed her. Dude, I don't know that you did. I don't know that you did. But it's fine. You should probably feed and clean your little animals here. So do that really quick, and then you can feed yourself. You know. Dad's cooking it. It'll be done before you know it. He's like, okay. How you doing, little guy? This is Croquette. And the other one's Puddin'. Okay. Ernie has started a fire. Again. Every time he freaking cooks, he starts a fire. What in the world? What is your problem? Why can you not cook?
Yibsy.
I swear. Why is this so difficult for you? Ernie, every time you cook in this house, you set the house on fire. You should know how to cook better than this. No, we're not going to prom. Alright, let's see if Hugh can do a better job of cooking than his dad. Because his dad clearly has some issues with cooking. Besides the fact that he's trying to kill himself, he's trying to burn. Are eggs supposed to smell like this? She says. What? I don't understand. Look at him. He's got covered in soot, and he's just like all tense and things. Thank goodness the fire is over. Could it have been any worse? Yeah, you could have died. Every single time you cook. Every single bloody time. Sure, there was a recent fire here, but it's not like there'd be another one so soon. No way for sure. Not a chance. Yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Oh, Tanini, why?
And let's hope that you can make this pie better than your dad is at making mashed potatoes and gravy. Because if not, you're going to starve to death. Okay, great. Why is it that your teenage son can cook better than you, Ernie? I swear. It doesn't make any sense. Alright. Whatever. Just whatever. Alright, so he's getting himself some food. We love it, and then their needs are great. Although it's 8:12 p.m., so I don't know that we'll take them over to the Saunders house tonight because it's a little late. I think they would probably frown upon that. So we'll probably let them just call it a night for tonight and just let them get a little bit of rest, and then we'll go over there in the morning. What, you couldn't clean that up? You got some issues or something? What? I don't understand. Okay. Could you clean this up? Because your dad left it lying. Hugh, clean that up. He's like, I need to do something fun with my life. Well, what is there that you can do that's fun? Nothing in this house is fun. You can play with croquet. That's fun. But then you need to go to bed after that.
Don't be lie, Regeru, Alibar, Nul Koi, Ookaroo! Hey, Kabushi! Draft!
Alright, so he's getting a little bit of fun up because he's playing, and we love that. You could have played maybe for a little bit longer, but that's fine. He's decided to head on off to bed, so we love that for him, and we will, in the morning, go over to the Saunders, and the festival will end in 1 hour. Okay, that's fine. And then they will see how we get on with those ladies, which will be fantastic. You're already up? Oh, you're up because you're tense. You're tense because of the fire. Well, you can thank your father for that. Where's your little sheep? Or, yeah. I mean, everybody's asleep. You should be asleep. Just go to sleep. Well, you're going to go to a different bed to sleep now? What's the point of that? Him and his dad are both sleeping in the bunk beds. That's sweet. Alright. Get your rest. It's fine. And then come down here and grab yourself a serving in the morning of this pie. Summer harvest was awful. Yeah, that's because you guys don't have any plants to harvest because they haven't grown that well. You need to shower. Because you're really, really nasty from being set afire. Really, really bad. All right, he is just getting himself a little bit of food here. He is really tense. He needs to have some fun in his life desperately. Maybe we can take him out for a little bit of a jog really quick. Maybe that might help him some. So we'll make him go and jog to clear his mind. Go ahead, go get you a jog in. All right, you do that. What are you doing, sir? You know what? You could stand for a little jog as well. He's like, are you kidding? I'm definitely not kidding. Go and get yourself a jog. Why can I not click on you? Get off your notebook. Go take yourself a jog. Both of you can have yourself a little bit of a jog. And, oh, that didn't work. It's not getting your fun up, is it? He's like, no, because this is not fun. You're making me work out, and I mean, it's making him happy. He's like, I'm having a good workout. It always boosts the spirits, but it didn't really get his fun up. Go to the bathroom, please. All right, it is 8:30 in the morning. We could probably head over to the Saunders house now because, you know, it's not too early.
Or is that?
No one likes me. No one will ever like me. Why bother with anything anymore? Well, I'll always love you. And his empathy has increased. Okay. Well, that's super sweet. Let's go travel and take Hugh and go to the Saunders. Come on. Ernie, why are you always sitting down? All right. Let's go visit the Saunders and meet their daughters and see how Hugh gets on with them. And then from there, we will decide as a community who is best suited for Hugh and who he kind of gets on with the best to determine who he's going to continue to pursue. Obviously, he has already a little bit of romance with Bronwyn, but we have Joetta and we have Juliana as the teen girls. Where is... We'll get him to introduce himself to Tilly and Theo here. And then we'll get him to say hello to Joetta
Chankina Barbamoo.
and Juliana.
Yaba from Karamusti.
Gorba. Bar in Snamzo. Muskabonta babe.
Nibs Jabin Bonwasa.
Shordanavi. Ben trip. Miss Yepany.
All right, so let's see what he thinks about them. So he thinks that Joetta is very attractive. All right, we love that.
Oh.
And with Juliana, we have good compatibility. It says, hey, not bad. Based on their preferences, these Sims have pretty good compatibility. They may not become best friends instantly, but it certainly won't be a challenge for them to get along, and he perceives her as attractive. So far, that is the only one that he's had some compatibility with on top of finding them attractive. So that might be a really good fit for him as far as a marriage goes. If we were to get him with Juliana, they would probably have a really good base as far as a marriage goes, because they are going to have really good compatibility, and it won't just be based on their looks.
Bob
No
Net.
sir,
On
great.
TV.
Oh, with Daba.
Dag, dag.
So let's get them
Rogaba.
to cloud gaze and kind of get to know one another.
Oh. Fatimoy Scoofa.
Hola.
Naya Flu.
Pardon.
What's the dib?
Close Florb. Grenza.
So
Bueno. Orbe. Caravina.
If she'll cloud gaze with him, she might not. She
Hola.
seems to be kind of
Thanks,
ignoring this.
Show
Request.
us the root. Noose noose.
Ask her to cloud gaze. Do you want to cloud gaze with me?
Oh, should be around.
She's like, I suppose I could.
Dancer.
I could be persuaded to do that. So in the midst of their parents, siblings, they're just laying here looking at the clouds, having a little bit of a conversation. They seem to be getting on pretty good.
Oh, Changi, yeah.
Hi, Leah Maria. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. We are currently in the process of trying to find Hugh Arundel, someone that he can fall in love with, spend his life with.
Ubila,
Orphan.
Darps.
Kabura. Ah. Stoon Weebus.
Mikuba.
Moochie Peachy.
Ah.
Kurbixta. Messer.
I'm going to try to get him to do some romantic things with her and like flirt with her and see how that goes over with her. After they're done cloud gazing here.
Zoy.
Ah.
Whoa.
Dag.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, dag.
Sombra, Bunkaru.
Whoa.
Ikwa.
Habla Yami.
Oh.
Jacka,
Oh,
Zor.
yeah. No,
Yup.
sir.
Mhm.
Bem trip. Miss Epony.
Aha.
Miss Lafana.
Sanaza. But no.
What's he doing? Gonna go play with Clay? How about you come and give her some flowers and do a little bit of flirting with her and see if she likes to flirt with you.
West.
Uh-huh.
Jabe Sturka.
Just me. Pepto. Ukum.
Gilbador Aga.
Crazy.
Ah, the dish.
Rasha. Jump up on the fed.
Su.
So.
Ala Chawa is a feast for Mon Sikafus. Simbozi.
Su.
Shanisi go.
Ah. Blah, blah, blah.
Alright, so they have a little bit of romance.
Kuma.
That seems to be going well.
Obo. Sulafay.
Arogaba.
Inobasi talgoreb, sino tibwa flanja
Ah,
tree.
nope, sir.
So he's gonna compliment her appearance and tell her how pretty she looks. I want them to obviously get to know each other a little bit. So we're going to talk to her about does she like fishing and
Ibarra?
Oh,
Welcome.
Victor.
Both.
Woof. Goff.
Inda.
trying to get to know some of her
Tunic
interests.
Snow.
Uh-huh.
Mushka Garul.
Oh,
Mushka.
that bad.
Yim. Sula. Sharuna Zenith.
Dunda.
Harasa.
Me.
Descos.
Shippy.
Maybe hit a bird.
The fool. Ala Chaba.
Stay.
Gipsy
Oh,
Yalao.
Bronich Nilsi.
Nirvana.
Brett New Silboy. Squamish Nimu.
Larva.
Pasa Essenoi Flari. Masplina. Action Saboon.
Irene.
Watsanoka. Murno Justino.
Ask about her favorite color. They're really getting along. Look at their friendship bar is like really going up.
Be belief to mais.
Guas Harfine.
Ah, yes.
Ooh, Jobaba. Dumbila. Uribia.
Unil.
Samso. Sabadon.
Ah.
Fuma Kimba.
Shui. Heepanese.
Once again, he is starving to death. He's at their house, and his appetite is taking the best of him. She likes the color red. Oh, well, he's wearing the color red, so
Neze. You voy
how
a
fitting.
Canad Fanuz.
Oh.
He's going to be like, I have something that I need to admit to you. I'm kind of crushing on you right now.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Beanie.
Yeah.
Are you maybe seeing anyone?
So. How you
Urazap.
This good compatibility with her
Ah,
is
Sunan
really
Ibn.
helping their friendship and their romance to go up super quick, super fast.
Oh.
He's learned that she's single. She's clearly got something not right with her.
Wanna chew? Suzu. Ayuya. Goinji. Derba Treyu. Soon. Ooh.
What do you feel about marriage? He's going to say to her.
Shabedaza. Oba.
And she's like, well, I don't really know about marriage right now. I haven't really thought about it. And he's like, really? It's all I think about.
Holy no. Kiss up.
Jessene Klonkas Rabana.
No Quimbo.
Filbar.
Kliman
Finette.
Shusha.
Ah.
Wayne. Ben Shui. Sturbik.
He's like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
sure do like your phone.
Ibara.
Ah.
Wigtaf.
Oh, huh.
Arabaf.
Farit.
Mwah.
Ish the quiz.
Pemba.
Santa Hoy Sambisi. Bomkara. What's that, dude?
Some alien just literally messed with her dad's brain.
Ooh, keep that
Hey.
Cranny. Oh, Wumber.
He learned that she's clumsy. That is a very nice trait. Endearing. Where are you going? He's like, I'm going to go mold this clay. Out of all the things for you to do right now, you're going to go mold clay? You were just chatting with this girl, and you're like, you know what I need to do right now? Mold clay. Are you serious right now? He's actually serious right now.
Quink.
This is what he wants to do with his time. Not talk to some cute girl. Mold clay.
Verbane. Vobi Ibsa Bibdo.
The Sims. You know,
Serafi
this is what I'm talking about.
Was correct.
All right, we're going to send them home. They both need fun. They both need food. Well, they definitely both need food. They don't both need fun, but Hugh needs a little bit of fun in his life. And I would say that when we look at the relationship panel, that Juliana in the friendship department has soared above Bronwyn, and she's also a little higher in the relationship panel as well. Their relationship just naturally went better. He does find Bronwyn more attractive than Juliana, but in the end, in the grand scheme of things, I think that it makes more sense probably for switch to control. Okay. Makes more sense for Juliana, but let's look and see what the panel says. We'll take a look and see what it says about them and see what the difference is. All right, so if you look at Bronwyn's, it says, just for them, he perceives her as very attractive and they're a romantic interest. And they're both resentful with each other about no prom invite. I mean, really. With Juliana, it says he learned that she's clumsy and that she likes the colors blue and red. They are lovebirds, a connection of curious hearts. This is shaping up to be a beautiful romance. They have good compatibility and he perceives her as attractive. So they definitely have a stronger relationship than him and Bronwyn do. She's also not resentful about the prom thing. So there's that. But let's go ahead and get them both to go grab a bite to eat. And then we will let Hugh get himself something fun to do. I don't know what he's going to do that's fun. I guess he's going to have to play with his little sheep. But Whatever. It is what it is. Hey, I heard you became friends with Juliana Saunders. She's pretty cool. His mother is sending him messages from the dead. We love that. Alright, so, that's great. They're just having a little bit to eat. His dad's going to be like, so, what do you think? After you've now met the two new families, is there, you know, which one of the girls has kind of piqued your interest? And he's like, you know, I really like Bronwyn, but I think that I really like Juliana. I don't know. I can't really decide. And he's like, well, which one do you think that you can spend your life with, you know, and be happiest? And he's like, well, I really, really get along with Juliana really, really well. You know, with Bronwyn, it was like I was constantly having to chase her down, and I couldn't hold her down for long. She kept running off, and I never really got to know her all that good, you know, because she kept running off from me, and she was, I don't know if she was playing hard to get or she just wasn't that interested. Whereas with Juliana, everything just flowed so nice and easily. We were carrying on a conversation. She was just so easy to talk to, and she was so nice to be around. And he's like, well, it sounds to me like you've got your answer. And he's like, you think so? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, it's that simple? And he's like, well, yeah, son, it should be that simple. Like, it doesn't necessarily always have to be about who's the most gorgeous girl around. Sometimes it's about who you're the most comfortable with and who makes you the happiest. And at the end of the day, that's what you want to be with, is someone that you can spend your life with and talk to, and someone that's going to be there for you to support you in all your things that you do. And he's like, oh, well, that makes sense. Well, in that case, then yeah, I think maybe Juliana's the one for me. And he's like, oh, well, there you have it. Well, maybe you should spend a little bit more time with her, and, you know, things will grow. And he's like, okay, Dad. So we're going to have to spend a little bit more time, obviously, with Juliana. He's got a couple of years before he has to be wed. And so in that time frame, we'll spend some more time with Juliana. We will build on that relationship. Hopefully, we will be able to get them in a relationship where they're boyfriend and girlfriend. And they can, obviously, at that point, you know, get engaged. And then we'll get them married. He's a sim. Marry her. Marry her. Marry her. Which her? So, yeah, I think that Juliana is going to be probably a better fit for him. And so I think that is probably the sim that we are going to marry for Hugh is Juliana. I think they will have a nice relationship, and with her having such good compatibility with him, I just think they are going to end up being a really good match, and they'll have a nice, long, happy life together, and that will be good. The only downside is that, if I remember correctly, Juliana is a mean girl. Well, he's a little bit erratic, so that'll make for good comedy. Yeah, well, you broke it, didn't you? He doesn't know that, though. Yeah, he doesn't know that yet. He's only learned so far that she's clumsy, so he'll have to learn some more about her as he's spending time with her and getting to know her a little bit better. But she also doesn't know that he's an erratic sim, so they haven't learned enough about each other yet. But so far, what they have learned about each other, they tend to, you know, so far they're getting on pretty good. But according to the game and their attractiveness rating, they have good compatibility. So, you know, we'll just have to see. Okay, you seriously need to play with these animals because you are in desperate need of some fun. So I'm going to have him play with the animals and get some fun up.
Yao Mish. Pepso. Oh, Fifi.
It's really not getting his fun up very, very high. So he is taking care of the animals, which we love. That is perfect. And Ernie is on his notebook, which he shouldn't be, but you know, you can't tell him to do anything. He doesn't listen. I would tell Ernie to go in here and cook, but I'm worried that he's going to burn the house down. Maybe he can just make like a pigeon pie. I don't know if he's going to burn the house down or not, but we'll see.
With not Jerpty, Yabahorn, Manzo, Bok Bok, Kubepa.
So it is Sunday at almost 8 o'clock p.m. Tomorrow is
Kabushi.
Monday, the last day in
Oh, Delba.
1345. Surprisingly, it has gone by a lot quicker than I thought it would. And we have 2 birthdays that we need to get through for that. So we'll be aging up, hopefully, Cuthbert to a toddler and Alda to a young adult. So we'll have to see if they are able to age up. But I'm just going to be right back. If you guys will just give me just a moment here, and I will continue on. Okay, I am back. All right, and we are just going to continue on. What's going on here? I'm just going to do a quick save, and we're going to just continue on here with Hugh. And seriously, we've got to figure out some way to get his fun up and keep him off this phone. So I think I'm going to send him out again for a jog. He's like, another jog? Yeah, a jog. Because honestly, we've got to find something fun for you to do with your time. Because you are desperate for fun and there's nothing for you to do here. And we're going to watch Ernie like our life depends on it because he's cooking. And I don't want him to catch himself or the house on fire. Because honestly, this is why you catch yourself on fire, because you sit down on the job. And you need to just be cooking. But instead, you know, you're sitting down and you're rocking and you're doing all these things that you shouldn't be doing. All right, so we will
should go on.
continue on with this. How's it coming? How's that pie going? Oh my God, you made a pie. It is horrible quality, but you made a pie. So yay for you. I mean, your son's was normal quality. Yours is poor quality. I'm just happy you cooked something without burning it down, so I'm not even going to complain. I'm just going to have you go ahead and grab a serving because you are desperately needing some food. We'll have your son come home and grab a serving, and then he can go to the washroom. And then we will get everyone into bed for the night because it is getting late. How we doing? Are you still doing it? You reached level 2 of your fitness skill. We love that for you. He's like, all right, but I'm hungry now because I worked up an appetite and I need to eat something. This does not look that appetizing. Okay. You're having yourself a little bit of an erratic moment, are you? We love that.
Oh. So terrific.
All right, so you can eat that, go to the washroom, and then head yourself off to bed.
Infa.
He's all sweaty from running.
For now.
He's like, I'm so tired. I just need some sleep. Well, go to bed. No one is stopping you. That will help make the story interesting. Yeah, it's going to make it. It's going to make it something. It certainly will, Higgledy. All right, both of them are in bed. They're sharing the bed, which is different, but it is what it is. And it is officially Monday, the last day of the year, and we need to go ahead and do our rolls for our people that are aging up. So let's go ahead and hop over to our spreadsheet. So our first one that we are rolling for is here, Cuthbert, and he is going to be aging up to a toddler. He can't roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or 15. So if we take ourselves to our dice and we give it a roll, he rolled a 17. Okay, we love that. We have another one that has lived. And then Alda can't roll a 3, 7, or 19. And she rolled a 16, so we both get to live. We love that. That is amazing. So we will go ahead and put them where they are going to be on the chart. So Cuthbert is going to live for 16 days. And then Alda is going to live for how many? 40 days. Did I skip one? Yeah, I did. Okay. And Alda is blue. I think she's that blue. All right. Perfect. And then we will go ahead and go over to the like family and age up Cuthbert. So let's go ahead and hop over there. All right, here is little Cuthbert. Let's go ahead and hop into Cass and age him up to a toddler. And he is going to be clingy. And they're the like family, so they're white. All right, there is little Cuthbert aged up to a toddler and his photo for the family tree, which we love. And now we have to go age up Alda Meshram. I don't think she's pregnant, so we should be able to age her up, but if she is pregnant, then I won't be able to. So I can't remember if she's pregnant or not, but we will go and check. Alright, she is currently a daydreamer and ever dull, and she is also going to be... what the heck? A foodie. And we are going to have her want a big happy family. And she got a lot of gifts being sent in the mail to her, which we love. Alright, and that is that. We are now going to go ahead and go hop over into our main household. And we're going to check and see if we are pregnant. And if we are not, then we are going to try for a baby. Because, you know, it is time for us to do that. And we will play out the rest of 1345 in our family, our main household. All right, so let's go ahead and check in on our family and see how everyone's doing. It looks like we've got some hungry people. And it looks like we are definitely pregnant. We are in our second trimester of our pregnancy. Our third trimester is in 11 hours, so we love that. Look at that bump. We are so happy about it. All right, so we are definitely with child. We need to get someone in here to cook. So why don't you... Oh, great, it's broken. Come in here and repair it so we can cook. All right, clean that up and then grab yourself a serving. All right, you can go ahead and clean that up or repair that, and then you can cook something in it. Oh, they totally swiped the food right out from under her. I told her to go and grab a serving of it, but because she was cleaning up first, she totally missed out on a serving of that food. So now she has to wait, and she's the pregnant one. Like, what are the odds of that? These boys, these teen boys and their appetites. You know what I'm saying?
Learn a
It's just not even right.
Blah, blah, clarshin, blah.
All right, Edward, can you go ahead and get some food going? Because we've got a bunch of hungry people in this house. Look at her. She's like, oh, I'm starving. How much longer until the gruel's done? Edward's like, I'm working on it. It shouldn't be very long. Toddlers are doing okay, other than Arthur. Arthur's feeling a little bit hungry, but why don't you go ahead and go to the washroom while you wait?
Zuma Forb, Famaya, Wafitab, Muchipichi, Masti Scorpina, Shambo, Tabe, Shabate.
And then you can tell John that you're expecting a baby because he probably doesn't know because you probably haven't told him. Announce the news of your pregnancy. And just be like, John, you're never going to believe it, but we're having another baby. And he'll be like, oh, is that why you put on weight? And she's going to be like, that's rude.
Konshu Mitzel Paguna. Who to Pai Blorid? Ah.
Conqueroo, Chibi.
Ah, Sua.
They have a sentiment. What is it?
Bob C.
He perceives her as unattractive. Edward thinks Deja is unattractive. That's really rude. What is the sentiment that they got, though? Oh, Edward thinks Deja's unattractive. Yeah, that's fine. Deeply connected and friendly advice. John remembers when Deja listened to his problems and shared some thoughtful advice, and they are deeply connected. I think that's funny that Edward thinks she's unattractive.
Jensiba, Lanzo Moran.
Edward, that's rude.
Jensiba. Pukanoi, Sefa, Gobafa.
He's thinking to himself, why'd my son marry someone so ugly? That's not... Really? Why? Why do you gotta be like that? She's not ugly. He's like, well, she's no Grace and she's no Rose. Okay, then.
Oh. Trangela shops him?
And she probably thinks that John, you know, looks better than you do. So rude. Alright, it's All Souls Day. Technically, we should probably go to the cemetery and mourn some of our family members. So we'll take the family out to the cemetery today and let them mourn.
for sure, Sharaga. Dopan Rachel. Rachel Mazu. Naba. Naba for she.
Brisham. Wafata. Visaka Yalanim.
Arthur is so incredibly adorable.
Sensibi Kinniku. Swarspa.
Why are you not going to the washroom, Gregor? Like, what is your malfunction? He's out there trying to repair the well. And John is in bed asleep. Like, what? These children are using their diapers even though they're potty trained. Everyone is going to bed. Alright, I guess everyone needs a little bit of rest because they don't sleep when I'm not around. We love that. Alright, come clean and feed and milk the cow, and we will have you take care of the chickens as well. And then, oh my gosh, the coops are disgusting. Okay. And when you're done with the chores, then we'll head over to the cemetery. This is ridiculous. He's like, why do I have to do all the chores by myself? Get my brother up. You know what? You have a good point. He can clean the coop and do the eggs. You do the cow. What is she doing? Going to repair that bloody well. You guys are going to make me delete this well. Taylor McGrath has gone into labor. Oh, okay. Let's go to the McGrath residence and go have a baby. I did not realize Taylor was having a baby, but this is exciting. I mean, I guess I did know that she was pregnant, but I had forgotten. Alright, so we're going to Forgotten Hollow, and Taylor is having a baby. So let's go and see what she's going to have. And here I thought we were just going to spend the rest of the day here at the main household, but I guess I was wrong. All right, so we are in labor. Taylor is, look at her, she's miserable. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, but I'm having a baby. Yeah, we are having a baby. Hopefully this one will live because your last one was stillborn. So go ahead and have your baby. Let's wish for good luck from the dice. Please, please let it be good luck. All right, and she had a boy. That was so fast. All right, do we have any boy names in the chat? Wow, Leah Maria says. Or do you guys just want me to pick a random name since it's not our main household? I can do that too. We are on E names right now, so we could name this baby well, actually, I think we're on F names because we just did Edward. We could name this baby Felix. Felix McGrath. All right, and let's see if Felix lives. If we go to our dice, Mom can't roll a 1. She rolls a 16, so she lives. Baby needs to roll an odd number or an 8, 10, or 20 to live. Baby lives. Okay, Felix, we freaking love that. All right, and we are in when on the timeline? We are in October of 1345. Okay. We love it. Felix McGrath is now on the spreadsheet, and we are good to go. We need to now age him up to an infant, so she's going to need to feed her baby.
Pomadies, baby.
Look at her. She's like, yay, we have ourselves a little one. Yes, you've done it.
Oh, Lumine.
Whoa.
Well, don't tell me you can't feed your baby. Feed your baby. Get off your notebook.
Oh, gross. No? Oh, Crudo.
Aww. Oh, Rojba.
All right, and then you can age this baby up so we can have ourselves a little infant in this house.
Lurvy Nubu. Runny Jorg. Aww.
And she's reached parenting level 1. We love that. How excited she is. She's like, oh my gosh, we have a baby that is going to live. Yes! Alright, and this baby is going to be calm. Well, this infant, I guess, is going to be calm. Look at Tatum. He's like, yay! Alright, and let's go ahead and hop into Cass and give him his makeover. Peter? I can rename him Peter if you want. Peter McGrath. Peter McGrath. Peter McGrath it is. I have updated the spreadsheet and now he is Peter McGrath. He's super cute. I think I may let him keep that hair. Or maybe I'll do that here. He's adorable. All right, so there is little Peter, and he is all grown up to an infant. All right, let's hop back into our main family. I think at some point we also need to have Alda try for a baby, Alda Meshram, because she probably needs to try for a baby, but Dizzy from pregnancy complication. Deja can't tell if it's her or the rest of the world that's spinning. Oh, great. And second trimester, third trimester in 3 hours. All right. How is everybody else's needs doing? Everyone is doing good. All right, we are going to travel to the cemetery with the family. So we're going to take everyone with us. All right, let us go with everyone. And we are going to the cemetery so that we can go and celebrate All Souls Day by remembering our past loved ones. Hopefully they'll be able to mourn some of these tombstones and they'll be able to meet that milestone, goal, whatever you want to call it, for today's whatever. I mean, he wants to set a bonfire. They can do that at home. So he can do that when he gets back to the house. But for now, we're going to have him come and mourn, and we'll have her come and mourn, and we'll have him come and mourn someone, and you catch my drift. Everyone's gonna go mourn somebody. It'll be really sad, but it is what it is.
Yapahorn.
Edward, you're not supposed to be laughing. You're supposed to be mourning.
The brib.
Ooh. Ooh.
She is really dizzy.
Ooh.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, soup. Wash.
Oh.
Ah, mead.
Edward's not even crying. He's just like standing there. Because he's stoic, right? So he doesn't let his emotions show. He's just like calm, cool, and collected. So he just standing there staring at the tombstone, but like not crying or doing anything of the nature. It's ridiculous. Must be nice. Alright, so everyone has,
Wetzel.
I think, gotten that checked off.
Yumbala.
Ugh, Sakaba.
Except for Edward, because he didn't actually mourn anyone.
Oh.
Can you do anything
to
to get that check off?
That is a sad thriller.
Oh, me quay.
I guess not. Well, we'll just go ahead and take everyone home.
Ew, knackered.
How do we get you guys to go home? Alright. Send them to daycare and then they'll come home later. Alright, Edward, you need to go light a bonfire because you need to mark off your goal for the day. So go light your bonfire. And I think you need to go get yourself some rest. And you need to go eat something and get yourself a little bit of a nap. Everyone is kind of feeling a little bit down now from going in mourning. They need to take care of their needs and give themselves some rest or some food or whatever the case may be. Edward's like, I'm going to go light myself a fire. Deja is now in her 3rd trimester. We're going to be having our baby soon, hopefully. We are about at 3 o'clock on Monday. We will probably be playing up until it is the hour. Edward, what are you doing? Like, he's just like being a very weird person with that umbrella. Till it crosses over into 1346, and then we'll end it there.
Floopy.
Look at him. He's like, yes, I've done it. I've met my milestone for the day. Ooh, I love that for you. Too bad you couldn't actually get that from, you know, mourning a tombstone, but you are cold-hearted, Edward. You are a cold-hearted person. Wow, a hen chick has grown up into a hen. Okay, well, that's great. John is super sad from mourning, remembering a sin that has passed away. Life is too short. Make it longer in the options menu. No. Okay. You need to do a lot of things. Who are you talking to? You want to talk to somebody that's not there? I don't want you to talk to somebody that's not there. I want you to actually go in the house and get yourself something to eat. There's food in the house. Come over here and grab yourself a serving. Alright, she's gonna need to get up and cook something because the food is about to be running out.
Low.
Go ahead and get up and make some food, please. Everyone is feeling really sad. All Souls Day was a success, obviously, but it's a super sad day.
Dufka.
Can you do something fun? Play in the water. Throw these things away. Why is there trash laying everywhere? He dislikes dancing. John does not seem to be having a good time. Okay, well, nobody told you that you had to dance. Oh no, she peed herself. Was it because you were cooking? Oh no. I'm sorry. But you need to finish cooking. She's like, but I smell like urine. I realize that. But you can't just leave food cooking on the stove. Everyone in this house is desperate for fun. Well, maybe not everyone in this house, but she's okay, and Edward's okay, but John and Gregor are desperate for fun. And the children. But the children are going to easily be able to get their fun up because all they have to do is play with their toys. You need to go down and grab something to eat, sir.
Oh, Yarpanoosh.
She's like, I can't believe I weed myself. Like, honestly, who does that? Well, a pregnant girl does that sometimes. I mean, it happens. Rose used to do it all the time. So, no one's judging. No one's frowning upon you. Like, it is what it is. We understand. Honestly, you guys and your... I need to do something fun. Oh, you're so uncomfortable that you can't go jogging even.
Aw.
Well, change out of your wet clothes.
Ah. Uh-huh.
Is this making you happy? John, are you liking running? What does it say? I love fitness. John is in his element, and because he is doing something he prefers, increased his fun gains. Oh, good. That makes me happy. We love that for you. She's getting a little bit of rest. Edward's getting a little bit of rest. What are you doing? Elias, are you eating? Okay, great. When you're done eating, you can come up here and you can play with your dolls. Because you desperately need to get some fun, and then you can go to back to sleep. You need to also eat something. I don't think Gregor likes to run, though. John, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to need to get yourself home because your needs are in shambles.
Hey.
He's like, but I'm in my element. My fun's going up. I'm loving it. Life is good. Okay, but, again, your needs, buddy, your needs. Go to the washroom. Are you home?
Biff na bra.
No. You need to go home. Go home. You got your fun up and everything else is bad. Jeez, he was far from home. Alright, you can go home too. Go home. Alright, you can clean up.
Huh?
And you can go to bed. Alright, John, you're here. Go to the bathroom, get yourself something to eat. You need to take a bath. He's like, well, I can't take myself a bath. Why not? There's no one in here. Come take yourself a bath. A little off. Deja isn't sure what's wrong, but feels quite certain something's just not right. Okay, well, I don't know what's wrong with you. Alright, you come get yourself something to eat, and then when your brother's done with the bath, then you can have a bath. I know you're feeling grunge. Okay, don't worry about Elias. You go to bed. He's like, no, I'm worried about Elias. Oh, because Elias needs a bath. Oh, I gotcha. Elias, go to bed. Edward, go to bed. Not everyone is going to be able to take a bath at the same time. It just isn't happening. I'm sorry. So we are at 10:16 p.m. and we are just about through with the year 1345, and we are about to head into 1346. We have had a good run. We have. And I was thinking she was probably going to go ahead and go into labor, but it's not looking like it. It looks like she's going to hold on to that baby until 1346. Alright, you go to bed, you're gonna eat, and then you're gonna go to bed. He's like, yeah, I'm just taking my sweet time. I know, Gregor, you're like the slowest eater known to man. But you are cleaning up, so I'm not gonna complain. Alright, everyone is in bed, and it is officially 1346. It is also the bloody next season, and I forgot to roll, and something malicious happened in the night because I forgot to roll. Let's roll now for the next season's stuff. So, if we roll a d4, and we'll change our season. We roll a 2, which means we get what? We actually get great soil. Oh, that's unfortunate that I didn't do it beforehand. So let's go ahead and change our soil from a blight to great soil. We'll remove our crops blight. We're going to give ourselves great soil. All right, and we are good to go. And unfortunately, I guess we have to deal with what plants we did lose. We'll have to replace them. We lost a little bit, so we'll deal with that in 1346, and we'll replace those because, you know, I went and I did it again. I completely forgot. I'm really bad about that. This time we lost trees too, which sucks. But guys, I am going to go ahead and leave this stream here. Don't forget that the next that you'll probably see is going to be on a video, and it will be 1346. And then the next time that we are going to be streaming is going to be Thursday on Twitch. Actually, you might not see a video in between. You probably won't see a video in between. So the next time we'll stream will be 1346 on Thursday. So that is what you'll be seeing. And so yeah, that's what we'll be doing. And then I will see you guys then. So until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I had a blast with you guys. It was so much fun. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.